Minnesota Big Ten matchup kicks off. I'm excited for this. You know what I'm going to do? Watch this, then boom, equalizer 3. Holy what a lineup. Can't wait. It all starts 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Wow, what a day. We're in the middle of predictions week, and we are now starting the most motivational segment in all of sports. It's the Bud List. Also time where we read some viewer mail. We just get bundles and bundles of mail for the year 2023. I got a special letter here. I'll read it once I get my letter writing music reading.
How touching.
You do that every week.
I don't write
You
the
don't
letters.
write the letters.
No.
Why would it be letter writing
I have
music?
no idea.
No, these
You don't
are
know what these
heartfelt
people are
messages
listening to
from
when they're
fans
writing
across
the
the
letter.
world.
Just unstamped envelopes.
This is a long one.
Dear Wild,
They didn't have
love
time
the
to stamp
show.
it. They just had to get it
The
out.
start of a new school year is upon us. Brew, do you have any suggestions for a sensible wardrobe for the first day of school? Sincerely, Don. I don't know if you have any sensible wardrobe suggestions.
I wore a nice little school outfit today.
Oh,
Nice little polo shirt, jeans,
He did.
and
Dungaree.
Do we not have a picture?
topside deck
No, I
shoes.
just got
Brew, we had a big boss in town. Brew usually comes to work in hooping shorts and a King t-shirt. Today, he looked like he was auditioning to be first mate at Wild's Yacht Club. Unbelievable.
I dress appropriately.
What was the
for
occasion?
Our
every
boss was here.
occasion.
Our boss was here.
Sorry. I don't know how Dawn knew that.
You should have had a picture.
I know.
They must have seen me. They live down the street.
Yeah, that's
They must have seen me walking up. All right, here we go. This is very motivational this
Nice.
week, too. At number 3, Jared Goff. Ooh. Now, look, I get it. He's not Aaron Rodgers. But, Coach, you might agree with me. I mean,
He played real well the
this
last
is
few
a
games
guy
of the
that
season.
I think is very disrespected as a quarterback. You never, despite
We had like
his
15
Super Bowl
touchdowns and
appearance,
one or two picks,
3
something like that.
Pro Bowls. Remember in LA, he one of the most historic offenses in recent memory when they did get to the Super Bowl that year. Last year, he had a great year, and you never see him even like in the discussion really for any of these top 10 lists. So I believe that Jared Goff, and he finished last year 324 straight passes, no interceptions. So he's actually got a shot at maybe chasing Aaron Rodgers' record down. But anyway, there are expectations now on the Lions. So everything he did last year, no expectations, no one thought the Lions could do anything. Now there are people expecting them to make the playoffs. For what, or win the division first time since 1992. Their second playoff appearance in the last 20 years.
Who led him to the first, Brew?
I can't remember. Somebody like that. Baker Mayfield. But
Made
anyway,
Bayfield?
It would only be their 4th playoff appearance since I graduated from college in nearby Oberlin, Ohio, which really wasn't that long ago. Maybe I shouldn't have used that one. But anyway, Deshaun, go ahead and I believe you still got some good years in you. You're only 28 years old. You got to go ahead and have a great year. It's a tough division. There's no doubt it's a tough conference. But if you're the guy you were a few years ago, then you can resurrect your career. All right, at number 1, Dak Prescott, right? I mean, it's obvious. All week long, people
Super
have been
Bowl or
talking
bust, right,
about
Brew?
Trey Lance, even Nick saying, you gotta give him a package.
Yeah.
Gotta give him a package. Everybody thinks Trey Lance is gonna take Dak Prescott's spot. I think that's kind of crazy, but Dak is under pressure because the conference is weaker than it's been in a long time. The other top quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, absolutely legit. Brock Purdy was great last year, but come on, he's Mr. Irrelevant a year ago. Dak, if you're who you're supposed to be, you should at least get this team to that NFC title game that they haven't been to in nearly 30 years. You should even have a shot at getting them to the Super Bowl. If you don't, because of the noise about Trey Lance, because you want this big contract, I don't think your time would be up in Dallas, but the pressure would really be on you. So Dak Prescott has to go out and have a great year, lead them at least to the Final Four. I think he can do it, but he's got to go out and prove it.
No.
Tepid belief.
Yeah, this is more indictment than an inspiration this week.
Really?
But what I will
it's
say,
inspiration.
though, is this list is definitely closer to the regular season list. It's more refined. It's more nuanced. You took some shots at Nick, and you did a really nice imitation. So we've gotten through the preseason list, and this is pretty close to the regular season list. I'm going to add someone, though, one of your favorites, which is Jimmy Garoppolo. And here's why. And we talk about quarterback wins, and I know that's a big step to you. Yeah. But Jimmy goes on a podcast or an interview, and he talks about the importance of a fresh start, where you've got a fresh start. And then for some reason, he's going to take a shot at the 49ers, and you don't really need to do that. So now you put the onus back on you to show that you would have been the right decision if they had kept you. So you're bringing yourself back into a conversation that you weren't really part of. Now, the other thing...
It's not a bad situation either. Josh Jacobs is an absolute beast.
The head coaching
Devontae,
situation,
absolute beast.
and this is a relationship that you've had with
Can't really
Josh
ask for much
McDaniels.
more.
You've been in his system. You understand how the system works. You should be very effective
At those
in
positions,
it.
at least.
And Brew wants to get Josh fired, so you have a chance to save Josh's job after Josh believed in you as strongly as he did. So it's on the list.
Yeah.
Jimmy always has a built-in excuse, though.
You're the excuse maker for him.
Injuries.
Okay, but
fragile bones. I mean, really, like he might. We all.
It could just be the.
He probably got
Never mind. He was hurt New England too, I guess.
To drink more milk.
It could be part of the Shanahan offense. I think at some point this year they're going to lose Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold.
Hammering the point that Josh Allen got more credit for losing a game than Mahomes got for beating him.
Yeah, we didn't believe that. We just kind of let it go.
Okay, but it was true. Something similar has happened, at least on this show, with that Chargers-Jags playoff game, and I am putting Justin Herbert on the list, which is, I have heard more criticism for Trevor Lawrence's play in that game, for coming back from down 27-0, than for Justin Herbert, who blew the fourth largest lead in NFL playoff history. Justin Herbert now has the largest contract in NFL history. He already had two very good wide receivers. They spent their first-round pick on another one. Last year, they spent
not all his fault, though.
offseason
They were
a
up
ton of money
28
on their
points.
defense. Those guys are all back healthy.
Right.
He got a brand
24.
new offensive coordinator. So
he got him there.
Blaming Staley's head coach and the offense for hurting him. Kellen Moore was an offensive coordinator. See Dak Prescott throw for nearly 5,000 yards, throw for nearly 40 touchdowns. He has the money. He has the experience. He has the weapons. He has the offensive system. What he doesn't have is a postseason victory.
True.
What he doesn't have is consecutive playoff appearances. What he doesn't have is really any of the pelts on the wall to go along with what everybody says about him, which is one of the best quarterbacks in football. I do believe Justin Herbert's excellent. You guys know for 2 straight years I've said the Chargers are the team that scare me as a Chiefs fan more than anyone because of the familiarity and because those games are always close. But at some point, you've got to produce on a high level late into January. We're yet to see that. Justin Herbert, there's no more excuses for him at this point.
Yeah, I agree with
so
this.
I'm putting him
I
on
think
the list.
Justin
Very
Herbert's
true about
his
Justin
list.
Herbert. I mean, everybody seems to have him in the top 5 as far as quarterbacks, but he's got to have more postseason success. Got great weapons, so yeah, that's a good one.
All right, finally, Brew, I'm going to take a little dip into the NBA, and shout out to Mark Spears.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, Mike
who
Williams,
gave us
pretty
the
good
best
one too.
Ben Simmons
Mike
interview
Williams used to stay healthy
maybe
though.
I've ever read in my life or in Ben Simmons'
Same with
career.
Allen.
Ben Simmons basically outlined how bad his back was and gave us several awesome quotes that I will read to you now. 1, this is the best I've felt in like 2 years. That's good news, Ben. For me to come back and dominate people will be great. Fantastic. Hey, remember I was always like, hey, man, you should play in the Olympics. It turns out his back hurt, but now the Olympics are coming up. He's not currently playing with Josh Giddey. Yeah, for sure. Olympics? Yeah, 100%. That's what I want to do next year. So he's in on the Olympics. What's he working on, you might ask? Touch shooting, pull-ups, spot-up threes, just everything. When I'm allowed to be who I am and move how I need to move, I will be in a good place. The sky is the limit. Ben Simmons, my friend, I believe in you after this. Now, there was one little part of this article, bro.
I think this was NFL edition.
Hey, what are
Wild.
you doing? 5-on-5 scrimmage? He's like, well, right now, 2-on-2. What? What was that? Just 2-on-2? He's talking about how strong his score is. It's just 2-on-2. But I'm putting Ben Simmons on the bud list because These quotes are so over the top. They're almost Robert Saleh-esque that he needs to deliver. But Ben Simmons, I do believe in you.
That's a good one, Wiles.
It's a great article.
The 2-on-2 scares you.
It kind of just was like snuck in there. I was like, hey, man, we're like threes maybe?
I would
Spot
love
up threes.
nothing more than for Ben Simmons to reach his potential. That would be great. I thought the dude was going to be awesome. Even in his best years in Philly, I didn't think he was reaching his potential. He still wouldn't take jump shots. So hopefully all of that's true.
Here, man. He's playing twos.
They just need NBA 2K My Team Ben Simmons.
He's out here with his shirt off, working out.
Looking good.
Yeah. Prediction week continues. Which team will shock the NFL? Oh, maybe the New England Patriots?